Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In Nier Reincarnation, both versions, Global and JP, we got kind of like a guideline or request from the company to refrain from posting spoilers until January 25th in regards to the new story coming out day after tomorrow. This is so interesting for so many reasons. This is the first time that I've ever heard of this being done for a mobile game. I remember for Final Fantasy VII Remake, I was watching the live stream from Maximilian Dude, and then Square Enix, I forget if it was that they either requested that he not show the ending, or they just, forcibly cut off the feed when it was at the ending. And then also Fatal Frame, like there were old playthroughs that the company requested to have taken down, because they were going to release the remake or something like that. So yeah, there is precedence for console games, but as far as mobile games, this is the first I've ever heard of this. So yeah, just more evidence to show that Nier Reincarnation is not like other mobile games. It's been interesting looking at Japanese Twitter. People, they do seem on board, but like they're kind of confused by some of the wording. And actually the wording here in the English is more clear. So we can talk about that here. Ask users to refrain from posting spoilers. This will be about the new chapters, so I guess no information at all. So I'm guessing they're not even going to show like the profiles or the pictures of the new Dark Memory characters, and maybe they're asking players to also not show that. And so for that reason, I am going to respect this kind of embargo, I guess. I ask people all the time to refrain from putting up spoilers on my channel, so it's only fair that I respect the wishes of the company here. That actually isn't going to change my video schedule very much, but I will wait to kind of show or review the new Dark Memory characters until the 25th of next week. In the meantime, I'll continue making videos of my new account in JP and of fashion checks for the New Year's characters. Alright, and then continuing to read this, regarding posts of previous chapters, we ask you that you mark all content that includes details of major plot developments with a clear spoiler warning. So all of the previous chapters, you can post stuff, but it will, or they request that you put a spoiler tag on it, which I think is fair, which I think is good manners anyway. And then on the JP Twitter account, and then also in-game in JP, it's kind of funny. They give you a guide on how to set up your Twitter so that you can filter out stuff with this tag so that you don't get spoilers. But yeah, this is really showing that the developers, they care very much about how their story is presented. They want you to experience it in-game. And then this kind of speaks to why I don't want to hear spoilers for upcoming content. It's because part of the way that I enjoy mobile games is watching how the developers handle like releases or how they handle emergencies, this kind of thing. I have been a Japanese mobile game industry watcher for I guess a decade now, and it's really fascinating. I've said this before in previous videos, but the developers for Nier Reincarnation, they kind of treat their game and then they act differently from developers of other mobile games. So it's been really interesting to watch them, look at the choices they make. And then also like how they roll out, new characters or new stories or whatever, how they make announcements or how they tease stuff is also really interesting to watch. And that's part of my enjoyment of playing this game, which is why I ask for no spoilers. But yeah, it will be interesting to see like how well people respect this wish. I feel like there is a subsection of the, well, it's kind of a Western thing in general, where like spoiler culture is like so kind of ingrained in people's minds. You got people like leaking scripts for movies, you got trailers these days showing pretty much the entire movie, that kind of thing. But to go into some kind of work without really a knowledge and just like, everybody experiencing it and like being surprised together, that's kind of an old-fashioned way of thinking. You think about movie makers like Quentin Tarantino or Jordan Peele, you don't really know what you're going to get before you go into those movies, and that's part of the experience. And then the developers for Nier Automata, who of course have a lot of kind of ties to the Reincarnation stuff, they were also really about controlling the experience, making you feel emotions, in a certain way. And then also that community surrounding Nier Automata was also pretty good about protecting spoilers. Like, I have played it, 5 years after the fact, but I went into it not really knowing that much, and I attribute that to the community. I think what worries me on the global side is that there's going to be someone out there that's like, you're not the boss of me, they're going to take this request personally, like, you're trying to encroach on my right to free speech kind of thing, and then they will spoil stuff out of spite. But that kind of thinking is really missing the point. It's not you exercising your right to speak. It is taking away other people's right to choose to be spoiled or not. That's one thing that I'll be looking out for. On the Japanese Twitter account, they referred users again to the kind of the guidelines, or the user agreement, whatever, talking about please don't post stories or like music in their entirety without commentary to like other places where they might be monetized, or this kind of thing. Like protecting the intellectual intellectual property. And in there was like Square Enix reserves the right to ask posted content to be taken down. And they have done that before, and they will do it again. And it'll be interesting to see if stuff is going to come to a head in that sense here too. I feel like on the global side, they're not going to be as strict just because there's a different culture surrounding spoilers and stuff. But I will respect their wishes with the schedule that I laid out earlier. Alright, I think that'll do it for the video there. Just kind of a ramble there, I didn't have any script. Just wanted to get my thoughts out just on how interesting this is, how unique this is. And yeah, actually it makes me more excited for the story stuff that is coming next. Alright, and just in case there are people commenting with spoilers, I will not... You know what, I'm just going to turn off comments until after I read the story. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.